Welcome back, our viewers. Continuing at your show, Flexible, for away from the gym now with our doctor in the nutrition segments with our dietitian, Dr. Ali Sarab. So welcome back, doctor. We're so glad to have you.
Thank you.
So, doctor, for today's topic, we would love to talk about something. Let's say one of the most important. All of us, we would actually care about. No one in this world would eat or take food and eat food and try to do a sport or try to do an exercise or maybe thinking about it would actually think about our topic for today, which is carbs.
Sure.
Okay. In general, are carbs harmful or no? We would go more into this topic, but first,
Sure.
What is carbs?
All right. So carbs is one of three major groups that actually contributes to calories.
Okay.
Carbs specifically is the fast source of energy, usually in which it does provide energy at a very like quick needing time for the body.
Yeah.
So many times you might yourself, or actually I do see it even in the clinic, that people complain when they go to a gym one day and they don't really feel to have like power. I would ask them, when was the last meal that you had and what did actually contains, yeah. So he would say either it was very like long time before the gym or it didn't have any carb. So you actually need to focus on your carb intake, especially for energy in that sense. Also, like food sources of carbs are at the same time good sources for fiber, which does help with the digestion and also controlling your appetite, managing your blood sugar, as well as controlling your cholesterol, alongside having like vitamins, minerals. So as you can see, there are many benefits for having carbs, and it's always not advisable to cancel or omit such important group.
But yet we do it. We follow a keto diet, which is. But can you, doctor, like in a specific
Elaborate on it? Sure.
Yeah. What is keto?
So keto is one of the plans in which it does is grouped into the very low carb plans. Usually it is recommended by Health Institute that your plan consists of 45 to 65% of carbs in a day. Usually keto plans would go to a way less, whereby they can be as low as 5 to 7% only. And there are also like low carb plans. They go a little bit higher, maybe like 10 to 20% carbs in a day. So with such plans, you're actually having very low intake of carbohydrates. People would force the body to like use the storage of carbohydrates in our bodies that is usually found in muscles and liver, whereby after that, when the body is out of carbs storage, he would go to fat. So in that case, people, they say you will eat fat and then lose fat. It's not really in direct way, but it is the mechanism, it's the way I explained it. So usually such plans, it's not really recommended to be followed for a very long time. Because as we first explained, that carbs is the main source for energy. So many people come to my clinic for the very first time, and then I go with them through the history. They would say, I'm going to the gym or exercising, and then at the same time I want to follow like a keto plan or a very low carb diet plan. Then I would encourage him and convince him that it won't be beneficial or even practical to follow such diets.
They cannot even lift the weight. So I mean, if I don't eat carbs,
some of them actually go into conflicts with me, and then they decide to have a keto plan. He would say, I'm willing to take the risk and also to follow such plan to see the results.
That'd be my guess.
I will tell them, okay, we can try for 1-2 weeks, and then you can see. Then when they come back, they ask to be shifted to another plan because they are actually, as you said, not able to exercise or don't have the power to lift the weights in which they are used to lift before.
Okay, so doctor, let's say I'm not following a keto plan, but doctor, I want to eat carbs. Sure. I love to eat carbs, but knowing that the market is actually full of the bad types of carbs, but sometimes I cannot even detect which types of carbs that I should consume and which I should not. So can we know about the good type of carbohydrates and the harmful
Sure.
carbohydrates.
Overall, let's distinguish about sources of carbs in which there are simple carbs and there are complex carbs. So simple carbs are the carbs that are fast absorbed in the body and usually have less nutrients compared to complex carb. Complex carb usually have like a more slow absorption and digestion carbs,
Yeah.
so that it gives time to the body to not cause like spike for blood sugar. Alongside, it does have fiber, more nutrients, so it's more beneficial. Examples of good complex carbs like brown bread, brown rice, whole fruits instead of juices, which are usually considered simple carbs. So also for the breads, the white breads usually are considered white breads. So not to get me wrong in avoiding like white breads or juices, but it does not should not actually compromise or constitute your day in a way that it's more relevant. So it should be about like say 10 to 20% of your day to be like simple carbs and to focus more onto complex carbs.
So the simple carbs is potatoes are from the simple or the complex carbs?
Usually potatoes, like if you eat it in a very like simple, like without skin, or the white ones usually are simple carb. But then if you have it with the skin or the sweet potatoes are usually considered like a complex carb.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Doctor, now we have our regular break on the mid, and then we'll be back. So, thank our viewers for watching. Stay tuned, and don't go anywhere because we will be back after this short break. Welcome back, our viewers. Continuing after the short break with our Dr. Ali Sarraf. So, our dietitian, our Dr. Ali Sarraf, welcome back and continue at our topic, which is the carbohydrates in general.
Yeah.
And we're trying to focus at the healthy lifestyle to avoid any types of mistakes. Some of the mistakes that we heard about, which is that we eat and then we sleep. Is it going to have extra weight? Gaining weight if we eat like a lot of people says don't eat rice and then you sleep, don't eat
dinner and then sleep.
Simply. Dinner then sleep.
Yeah, actually this is if I can call it a myth, because it's usually often people say it, but then actually it's not scientifically based.
Yeah,
it's always the weight gain overall. It's dependent on how much calories you eat during the whole day, not just one meal. So if you eat your recommended calories or the amount that you actually need to maintain your weight, regardless it was like before sleep or like during the day. Of course, I'm not recommending to eat, for example, if you need 1,500 calories to eat it at very one meal just before sleeping. But overall, it's dependent on the like the total amount of calories and carb you eat during your whole day. It's just regarding like having, just to bring one aspect or side of this myth, and that if you actually eat and then directly sleep, you will not have like a good sleep, because usually your body still needs some time to digest the meal that you just had. So it's always recommended to have like a gap of 2 hours at least, in which you give the stomach some time
yeah,
to digest the meal.
Yeah, so it's about comfortable, not about how harmful it is. So if you're following a diet and you think that you need 150 grams of rice or a bread, that doesn't matter. If you eat it, then you sleep. But let's try to focus on being comfortable with being healthy, because it's I don't understand when sometimes a lot of people focusing of following the diet, but yet they're not comfortable at it. I mean, now we have many choices, so now we can be more comfortable of what we choose.
I
So,
agree.
doctor, we see that going to a restaurant for a lot of people, they feel foodie. For me personally, I'm foodie. I love to go a lot of restaurants and
Yeah.
to eat. But doctor, there are some new types of bread that we are seeing,
Yeah.
which is the Prius bread. What is exactly? You know that the potato bread. You know, is it good? Is it considered between the simple or the complex? I don't know about it.
All right. So overall, before the break, we said that usually like white potatoes overall without the skin is considered like a simple carb.
Yeah.
Alongside like any ingredients overall, if it has bread or flour overall, if it was from white flour, then it is simple.
Yeah.
So such meals are recommended to be having after say a workout. Usually simple carbs is always good to have after a workout because when you go for a workout and exercise, usually you already have used your carb say storage inside your body, so you need to refuel them and like the fastest way. So actually like simple carbs usually are good options for post workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, doctor, is it okay to eating carbs while, let's say, before going to the gym? A lot of people take going to a pre-workout, but says I when I go to the gym, I need to be my stomach out of carbs because they think that it's connected, that losing weight on the stomach being empty. So is that really connected?
Not really. Again, back to calorie requirements. So if you have your calories again during the day within the limit that you are or you should follow, it's safe for you. But on the other side, speaking about carbs and exercise, so again, you need to have some good amount of carb prior to exercise, but always it's recommended not to have like the meal just before the exercise. At least have a gap of an hour to 2 hours gap in which your body have already digested the meal somehow, so that you don't have like a stomach discomfort while exercising.
Okay, doctor, one last important question is that if I worked out, okay, I went to the gym, I have chest exercise, I did all my chest workout, and then the chest is actually, out of energy. So to get the chest bigger and the more muscle mass is I need to work the muscle.
Yeah.
So is it true that the muscle to get bigger, it feeds not only on proteins, it also feeds on carbs to get bigger?
Overall, yeah. You in case like you want to like as you said, increase the muscle and overall like increase your weight, because muscle at the end is leading to like a healthy weight gain. Of course, growth overall you will need more energy. So energy does come from carbs, protein, and fat. So three macronutrients. Overall, you need to have like a balanced, well-planned diet in order to have good like muscle gain.
Okay, amazing. Thank you, doctor, for this information that you gave us for today.
Most welcome.
And thank you. And thank you all the viewers watching. For more information, keep following us at our show, Flex World. We would see you for more and more in the future. And goodbye for now.